Welcome to part 1 of comparing name brand versus off-brand. Today I'm reviewing 3 quick fill water balloons that I got from 3 different places for 3 different prices. First up is Shein. I got a pack of 111 balloons for 77 cents, which comes out to less than 1 cent per balloon. Shipping was $4 or free for orders over $29, and it came in 10 to 14 days. And it was separated into 3 different sets. Second, I got the name brand bunch of balloons at Five Below for $5 for 30, which comes out to 16 cents per balloon, and I picked it up in store. In hindsight, I do wish I picked up a multi-pack. And last, I got a Temu pack of 111 for $1.68, which comes out to about a cent a piece. This took about 7 days to arrive, and it had free shipping. At first glance, it seemed Temu's were the biggest, followed by a bunch of balloons and Shein. I did a series of tests to determine which was the best. First was to see how fast my father could blow them up without passing out. Kidding. We filled up Shein first, which took approximately 28 seconds. It may be hard to see, but when filling up the Shein, it was clear they were all very different sizes, and some of them didn't fill up a lot. And a few of them also had leaks. Second was bunch of balloons, which took approximately 25 seconds to fill up. Although once the balloons started falling into the pool, I did notice some of them breaking right off the bat. But they were all fairly close in size. Things started to get really bad, however, when we started putting them off to the side.
No! God!
Even though we had sprayed the lid down to cool it off, they were popping all over the place. Last up is Temu, which took approximately 27 seconds to fill. However, I did notice with all 3 brands, the last 2 balloons or so did take a couple extra seconds to fall off. After all 3 were filled, it was time to test and see how they each handled impact. The first test was dropping them each into a kiddie pool with water from the same height, and the second was dropping them on a hot flat rock from the same height. And after completing all 3 things, here are the results. They all filled up in roughly the same amount of time. They all performed the same when being dropped in water. However, Temu was the only one that popped on the rock. Bunch of balloons is statistically the most expensive, but it performed the worst here. Although only one of Shein's broke before using, the sizing was inconsistent and there was a couple of them that had holes in them. So surprisingly to me, Temu's was actually the best of the 3. This video is not sponsored. I did a completely unbiased review of all 3 of them, but I am considering buying the bunch of balloons brands from different stores to see if it holds up the same in every store. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. And if you have any other knockoff versus brand names that you want me to review, leave them below.